Hello, hope you all are doing great. I believe the friends bring a lot of joy into our lives. How many true friends do you have in your life? I had the opportunity to read this book. It's called Reflection Intelligence by Dr. Dharius Daniels. And in this book, he invites us to analyze the relationships that we have in our lives. He's inviting us to use his technique of putting people in the right place, because he says that not everybody is on the best friend level. Okay, he says that sometimes we set up higher expectations for some of our people we have around. Sometimes we expect more out of them, and whenever they don't deliver, then we get our feelings hurt. And he says it's not their fault. He says it's our fault because we put them in the wrong category. Okay, he talks about how Jesus had 12 disciples, but he only had 3 of them being his really close friends. Okay, he gives 4 categories, and I'm going to share them with you. The first one is, of course, friends. And a friend would be someone that brings honesty to your life, someone that brings integrity, someone that encourages you to be better, someone that might tell you the truth even when you don't want to hear it. A friend, it's someone that is there for you to help you be a better person and brings lots of joy into your life. Then he says that there is another category called the associates. Associates could be someone that you work with, that you interact with that person, but there is not a very strong chemistry. It could be someone in your sport team. It could be someone in your church group that you're not friends, like super friends, but you guys interact, okay? So that's another category you can start putting people in there. And then he shares a third category called assignments. Assignments, he describes it as maybe someone you admire, and you just admire the skills that they have, but you guys are not really close, but there is an admiration relationship in there. Or maybe they admire you or your skills. He shares a fourth category, and that one's called the advisor. An advisor is someone either you advise, that person is just in your life for you to advise. It might be a seasonal friendship, or is a friendship that you just had for a brief amount of time, but you had the opportunity to advise them, or maybe they had the opportunity to advise you. So it can go either way. He talks about, people coming and leaving our life. But the main focus, he said, is to learn to put people in the right place, which that means in those categories. So we don't get our feelings hurt, because when somebody doesn't deliver as much as we expect, he said, it's onto us, not onto them. And the problem is, he says, that whenever we get our feelings hurt, we tend to kind of block ourselves. Like if you have 1,000 potential to love, 1,000 potential to share your light, your big smile, and somebody came into your life and didn't deliver as much as you expected them. So your heart gets broken. Maybe your soul gets broken. It depends on how strong the relationship was, or how much you expected from that relationship. So when that happens and the next relationship comes to our life, we're willing to give less. We're willing to give less love because we're afraid to be betrayed again. And that is not how we should live, he says. If we have 1,000% to give, 1,000% to love, it's like, go for it. Don't allow other people to dim your light, to cut down on that love that you're here to share. So it is on us, he says, to put people on the right category. So we don't, if you have somebody on your assignment level, he says, then you're not going to expect for that person to be 100% honest, 100% loyal to you. You're not going to expect from that person to encourage you as your best friend would. So that way you kind of know what to expect from that person. Because sometimes we think that because we have a 4-cup to give, you think that everybody is going to pour into your cup, 4 cups at a time. But sometimes other people, they only have 1 cup to give. They don't have any more. That's their structure. That's how they were raised. That's how they were taught. So they don't have a lot to give, or they haven't grown yet. Maybe sometimes we have been only a cup to somebody that needed 4 cups. Maybe we were just busy with school, with family, with church, with any other activities. And this person needed us, but we just couldn't, we just couldn't pour more than 1 cup. I'm really busy right now. I cannot be your best friend. I'm sorry. Maybe we've been in the other side as well, But I know most of you are 4 cups or more. And that's what we expect from everybody, because we're willing to give 4 cups to everybody, especially when you're young. You think that if you have 4 cups, if you pour 4 cups everywhere, you think everybody's going to come to you and share their 4 cups. Okay? So let's start analyzing our relationships. Like he said, put people on the right place. He also shared a scripture. He says, walk with the wise and become wise. For a companion of fools suffer harm. That's from Proverbs 13:20. So who are you hanging around with? Is it people that is going to allow you to grow? Are they encourage you to be a better person? Because remember, if we're not growing, Tony Robbins says we're dying. So the purpose of this life, in my belief, is to continue growing a little bit at a time. We're learning, we're growing. We're failing, and then we learn from our mistakes, and then we try again. So who are you hanging around with? Another point that he shared, he said it was the key, he said, of relationships is discernment. Learn to analyze those relationships in your life, the most important ones. Learn to analyze those relationships. Learn to, without letting your emotions guide you. Okay, once you are calmed down and willing to analyze in a peaceful state, he says. Learn to analyze. Okay, is this, this person used to be on the assignment list or level, it's like, how, she's been proving to be very loyal. She brings light into my life. She's honest, Then you start thinking, well, maybe she could be, on my level of friend. Maybe she could be a really good friend. Then analyze your relationships, he says. And that is the key to live a happy life in a way that you know what to expect from your surroundings. There's people that are going to only be able to give you 1 cup when you need 4. Okay? Don't allow that to deteriorate your love, to deteriorate that light that is being given to you to share with others. I hope this information helps you to better your life. I hope to see you soon. I think I shared everything I wanted to share. Blessings to you all, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.